Hi guys, welcome to another video. Now the Zhiyun Crane M2S or M3S are both great gimbals to pair with the GoPro for professional gimbal smooth footage. But there's no way to start and stop the recording using any of the actual buttons on the gimbal directly. However, let me show you 5 workarounds to trigger the recording with no extra spend up to $100. Let's start off with the free method. So this doesn't actually require any extra spend on top of what you've already spent for the gimbal and the GoPro. Now, built into GoPro Hero cameras from version 6 onwards, I do believe, is voice control. Now this allows starting and stopping the recording, obviously by yelling at the camera. So let's actually give it a go. So what we need to do, first of all, obviously switch on the GoPro camera, but other than that, swipe down from the top till you see the sort of symbol on the on the left hand side, that's got a symbol of a person's face. Now click on that and it should then have a little blue icon, and that's the voice control on. Now in theory, what we need to do, and now that's activated, is to simply say the words GoPro start recording. So GoPro start recording. And actually mine's starting to record, as you can see with the little red light here. And to stop recording, we just do GoPro stop recording. And there's a little bit of a delay, I think probably the voice recognition, and then GoPro stops recording. So let's do that a couple of more times. So GoPro stop recording. No, actually I've already stopped it. GoPro start recording. And it's now recording perfectly fine. And you've got the red light here, and you can probably see the red light on the top of the GoPro here. GoPro stop recording. And I thought it wasn't going to do it, but it's actually just done it. Okay, so that's how you can use the voice control. Now, as I said, it's really just a case of just barking commands, GoPro start recording, GoPro stop recording. Now for me, it does actually work quite well, albeit with a little bit of a delay, but I'm actually in an inside environment. But what about an outside environment? All right, let's just quickly transport myself outside. GoPro start recording. GoPro stop recording. GoPro start recording. GoPro start recording. GoPro stop recording. So there is a little bit of background noise, but nothing too much. And to be fair, it does actually work quite well, just missing the odd occasion. Now, one thing to be careful of is that if you actually have the media mod like me, make sure you switch to the camera mic rather than the default of the media mod front mic. Otherwise, it's not going to work so well because obviously you're behind the camera. However, I feel very subconscious shouting at the camera every time I want to record. In addition, having the voice commands switched on will actually drain some battery power. So using the voice command is an option if you don't mind these two things. Let's now move on and look at the next option, which is actually using the GoPro Quick App. Now it's very likely that you actually have this app already installed on your phones. If not, look for the GoPro Quick App in the App Store and then connect to your GoPro via the app, and you should then have the ability to start and stop the recording of the camera from the app by hitting the large round recording symbol. However, if you don't want to use the other features of the app, then it's actually quite a large app to install just for the sake of starting the recording. And also you're going to probably want to mount your phone onto the gimbal with a bracket, otherwise it's going to be a right pain to hold the gimbal in one hand while trying to control the phone with the other. Now the next couple of options require, unfortunately, some additional purchases, but are probably more of an elegant solution. The first one to use is the GoPro Remote control. Now GoPro themselves have one which is actually quite expensive. I think it's around $80 or $90 or something like that. Now instead there is actually a much cheaper third-party option like this one from Telesin. Now a search on Amazon for GoPro Remote will list a large number of them. Now they're actually about half the price or less actually than the official remote, and I find that they seem to work just as well. Simply just pair the remote with the GoPro as if it was an actual GoPro remote, and then you can actually then use the straps that come with it and just simply bind it or to the actual, or wrap it around the actual gimbal itself. And you've then got a button or got the remote control directly on the gimbal. You can probably put it on the side or something like that. You could of course then instead strap it to your arm instead, or you could just simply just hold it in your hands or in your pocket or something. Now this remote is around £30 or so. Now the next option I want to tell you about is the also available from GoPro, and that's the GoPro Volta. That's also available as a separate purchase. Now the Volta is actually quite expensive. I think it's actually more expensive than the remote control, but you might be able to pick it up at a little bit of a discount if you're actually a subscriber to GoPro. Now this can be actually attached to the bottom of the gimbal using a separate adapter, and then once done it can be paired to the GoPro, and then you have a remote control for triggering the camera recording, and that's by using the little red button here. It's also possible to switch on or off the camera using the Volta. I should also mention that it's actually possible to switch on and off the GoPro using the remote control as well. Now this actually has an added advantage if you use it, because it kind of acts as a grip for the gimbal to give you a more comfortable two-handed operation. Let me just show you that in action. Okay then, so there are a few ways of being able to control the GoPro when mounted on the Crane M2S and M3S gimbals. Which method is suitable for you depends on your budget and your preference. Perhaps try the voice commands first as an experience to see whether they're suitable, and then if not, then try maybe the cheap Telesin remote control, or you can go the whole hog and then use the actual GoPro Volta, which can actually be useful in other situations too, like for example acting as a little mini tripod. So I hope you find that useful, guys, and of course don't forget to hit that subscribe button to be notified when a new video is coming out. As always, keep safe and see you soon.